Hey, crypto heads! It's the Goose with the Cryptic Paranormal Show.
I don't know. I guess I didn't never looked at the picture that
Oh,
starts out the show, but like
I gotcha.
Heisenberg peeking around the tree is so freaking funny.
We see Michael Jackson in the background is pretty
Oh
hilarious too. But
my gosh, so funny. I'm
what's up, crypto heads?
normally
What's
trying
that?
to share the show and I don't pay
Oh, I
attention to
gotcha.
stuff like that, but
Right. All right. Let me bring up the chat too. So what's up, crypto heads? We're here. As you
yeah.
can see, we're -1, and I'm supposed to
Oh,
announce and let everybody know that Heisenberg is at his ghostology class. He's
yeah.
studying to be a professional ghostologist and
Ghostiologist, I think he said.
ghostiologist.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's even that's even more esteemed than just
Yeah, for
ghostologist.
sure.
He's
Yeah.
a ghostiologist.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. There's a so he's gonna school us all when he gets back, apparently, and tell us what's going on and tell us how we're all wrong and tell us all about science.
Doesn't he
And
do that anyways?
that's true. But now he's gonna have the accreditation to back it up, I guess.
Yeah. Whatever happened to his award or his certificate?
I don't know. He printed it up, didn't he?
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not hanging on his wall. Like he has it posted behind him, like in
Right.
the live stream. But oh well. But yeah, he's off doing his thing. So we're here, and yeah, you're stuck with us. So a lot of weird stuff happening in the world. I mean, crazy geomagnetic storms still running rampant and throwing everybody off their rhythm. And
So wild.
been having a lot of like email issues and IT issues at work because of it. Oh, yeah, a volcano, big volcano, in
The one
Italy.
under the ocean?
Well, that one too, but actually, Mount Etna in Sicily
Oh, yeah.
erupted.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think anybody lost their life, which was surprising because you could literally see people running from it
Right. I saw
under
those
a
videos.
huge cloud of ash and lava pouring out everywhere. But
Actually, I showed those videos to my 11-year-old and I said, I would like you to thank God at this moment that we live in Ohio. Okay?
right,
Because
right,
we
yeah,
don't have any of that stuff.
no, we don't. Thank God. I mean, we have stuff, but nothing like that. We don't have
Oh my gosh.
hurricanes.
I can't
We don't
imagine.
have freaking volcanoes. We don't have any of that stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
I'll take lake effect snow any
for
day
sure.
over like my backyard exploding. Um,
Right.
and there was something at Yellowstone too. Something erupted a little bit more violently than it usually does.
Oh my gosh, I
It was
can't.
some kind of like it was like a geyser slash tar pit that was just blue.
Okay.
you know, so the Earth is acting up.
Well, she's
Um,
angry. We treat her like shit.
we do. We treat each other like shit, and we treat
Yeah.
it like shit,
Yeah.
and it's fighting back, saying,
Yeah.
"Don't be an asshole."
She's just like every other woman. She can only put up with so much, and then she's gone.
Right?
She's
Yeah,
gonna fight
she's
back.
like she's gonna bitch slap us all, and then
Yeah, that's what she's
But
doing.
funny thing, I don't know if she's watching, but we had our friend Leilani like in the chat room talking about crazy stuff last week, and
Oh, we should have had her come on.
yeah, I didn't even think about it. If you're on, hey, give us a shout
Hey,
out. We'll have you on.
I'll send you the link.
But she was like telling me, she was messaging me off the show and like showing me all these predictions like she had made, and she showed me the message and like President Trump like had an assassination attempt, which happened, and then she actually just messaged somebody. She was talking one of her psychic friends, messaging back and forth. She's like, I feel like there's going to be a volcano in Italy,
Oh my gosh.
and boom, like, and I went back and I'm like, because she showed me that too, and then I read it like a few days later. I'm like, holy shit! And I went
Right.
back and I'm like, Leilani, you fucking nailed it.
What else is
This is
going
crazy,
on?
right? Oh yeah, she's got all kinds of predictions that you know what? It's better off that we don't know. Let's
Yeah,
just be a surprise.
I've been insanely busy at work the last couple days.
Yeah,
Yeah, your dogs are very loud.
I know. I'm sorry.
What?
Because my wife gets home and they sit in the car and talk,
Oh my
and
gosh.
the dogs go crazy for 15 to 20 minutes
Do you
because
want me
they're
to
in the car.
text her and be like, "Go inside"?
Right. Yeah.
Um,
I apologize. Sorry, it'll be over here shortly.
I forgot what I was saying.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, I've been, like, super busy at work,
Yeah.
so I haven't, like, been on Facebook, I haven't been on TikTok, I haven't seen anything that's going on, and I
Mhm.
actually am a little bit happier. Like, I should stop
Oh,
doing
hell yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, my algorithm, God, speaking of dogs being on my algorithm, I'm about ready to go up there and choke these dogs out.
Right?
I think they're in. I don't know why they're still. Anyways, but yeah, let's see, they're throwing me off my focus.
I know, I can't even concentrate. Oh my gosh.
So, what was I even saying? Yeah, I haven't been really looking at much social media besides posting shit for the show.
Mhm.
I unfortunately natural disasters still seem to pop up because I like
Right.
watching weird weather stuff and weird like that just kind of stuff. I think it's kind of sciency and kind of cool, but
Yeah,
also kind of scary.
for
I
sure.
really my algorithm's been pretty nice to me lately when I
That's
do
good.
look. So I don't
That's
know,
good.
but yeah, it's better off that I know I don't want anything like political showing up in my feed. I don't want people fighting with each other. Like even
Right,
the paranormal drama, I'm not even really seeing. But like I said,
right.
I post something and then I scroll like down two or three posts and I'm like, okay, nope, I'm gonna watch this stupid show or go work in the garden. I've been doing a lot of that actually this week when
Yeah?
I'm not working.
Good.
My plants are not looking great, but I am trying.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know if just because the shock of being transplanted into the ground. I let them sit outside like you're supposed to for a few days,
yeah.
and then brought them in at night. But they're still looking a little weak, so I'm hoping I put a
You
little
could
bit
put
of
some shade over
fertilizer.
them for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something. But anyways, yeah, that's been keeping me sane because like you, work has been
Yeah,
crazy. I mean,
yeah.
we're down to like four drivers. We're supposed to
Oh,
have six. So it's just been insane. And I'm on call this weekend, so I needed a break.
nice,
So
nice.
normally, like when one of us can't be here and we know ahead of time, we usually just say, well, we'll be back next week. But I needed this little kind of segue in my life tonight. So,
Yeah, for sure.
but
I
I
have
don't know.
I have an investigation this weekend,
No way. Where are you going?
Grand Midway.
Nice.
Yeah, they're talking about, they were talking about picking rooms,
Hmm.
and they're talking about doing a room roulette where you just
Ooh,
pick a room out of a hat. So we'll see.
that'd be fun. Yeah.
We'll see.
Are you going to have any knowledge of beforehand what that room is known
No,
for?
but I'm gonna get the tour. I'm gonna
Okay,
get
there you go.
if there's a
Yeah.
tour. I don't know. I've never
I've
been
heard
there
that place
before.
is Yeah, I've heard that place is pretty sweet.
Yeah,
So it's on my ever growing bucket list.
right? Normally what we do is Shelly will skip the tour and
Hmm.
I will take the tour because I
Oh,
usually
okay.
am pretty good about remembering all the details because it's like my
Right.
jam. I love that. Um, so then that way when we're investigating and if something comes up that Shelly's picking up on, I could validate it for her because I don't
Yeah,
pick
that
up
makes
on
sense.
shit. So I might as well be the historian.
Right. I mean, you experience and feel stuff, but yeah,
Yeah.
she's way more intuitive than I am for sure.
Yeah.
I just.
I've been talking to Becca a lot lately and
Oh, cool.
really starting to realize that, like, Becca's always like, "Okay, you're psychic." And I'm like,
Hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like I don't give myself credit for the things that I do pick up on,
Right.
and I don't say anything when I do pick something
Hmm.
up, but maybe I'll change
Shout
that.
it out.
Right.
Yeah, just shout it out. I mean, even if you're wrong, nobody will know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
No, I got to be better at that too. I mean, I say like when I feel shit and I hear stuff, but
yeah,
I'm not going to get into detail. Like, oh, I definitely think it's a guy, and he's like looking around the corner, and he's like mad at us, and like getting into
yeah.
detail. I'm not there yet.
Well, it
I'm just
was
like,
crazy
yeah, I
because
feel something over there.
right. We went to look at a house and, um I told Becca asked me what I was thinking, because it was an
Hmm.
old house, and I was like,
Yeah.
"I don't know, I feel like there's, like, a man here, and I feel like he's somebody who works super hard, but he doesn't know how to,
Mhm.
like, build things. Like, he's not a
Yeah.
builder. I don't know. I didn't know how to describe it. Um, but, like, I pictured that his hands were really rough and, like, he was dirty, but he wasn't, like,
Mhm.
in the trades. And I was like,
Okay.
I don't know what that means." And she's like, "He's a fisherman." I'm like, "What?"
That makes sense. Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah, he's a little old man fisherman." And I was like, "Oh my god,
Oh,
that's
cool.
crazy." So, like,
Yeah.
I was right, you know?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
fishermen are they get dirty at work, they work really
Oh, hell yeah,
hard,
they do.
they're really
They stink.
strong, but he was
Oh, yeah.
not a laborer, he was not a
Right.
yeah, so
And
I
it
was
makes
excited
sense
about that.
if you were up in the Madison area because, I mean,
Yeah,
right by the lake. So,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
with
Madison
back when
actually was
fishing.
it was big for, something called bog ore as well. So
Oh,
there was,
really?
like yeah, there was, like, metal manufacturing companies or whatever up here, like
Okay.
refineries and stuff.
Yeah.
We actually still find bog ore in our backyard.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, it's a thing. Google it.
Hey.
I don't know. But yeah, it was a pretty
Bog
big
ore.
industry up here. Yeah. But there's
Makes
a I
sense.
mean, once when I was driving home from Mansfield, I was actually shocked because I passed a sign that said Lake Erie Watershed, and I looked at my thing
Mhm.
and I was still 72 or 74 miles away from home.
Yeah.
So, the Lake Erie Watershed is crazy, but obviously, like, right up here, there's a lot of, like, swamps and bogs
Oh,
and all
yeah.
that stuff,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah. My backyard is a swamp. I mean,
Different kind of
surprised I'm
swamp,
not
I think, but
I I'm surprised I'm not finding some kind of bog something, like those bog men, those bodies that have been
oh my
I think it's in
gosh.
Ireland or Scotland or in that area, where those, like, those bodies are in the bog, and, like, they keep finding them. They're, like, from
What?
a century ago, but they died in this bog, and they kind of get, like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Decomposed?
Decomposed, but
Mummified?
not completely. Mummified,
Oh,
yes, that's it.
okay.
Because the oil in it hardens, but yeah, it's crazy.
Oh
Look
my
up
god.
Bogman. Yeah.
So it'll just pop up? Just a body will just pop up like a
Yeah, so
mummified
a hiker or somebody will be walking and then just see a mummified body popping
oh
out of
my god, that is
the ground.
terrifying.
I know. It's pretty interesting.
How did they get
But,
there? Is it like was there like a war there or some like was it a
I mean, people worked
cemetery?
the land and they were hiking and trying to find, I don't know, food, I guess. I mean, this was like, we're talking like pretty ancient, like not
Wow,
developed at all. Yeah.
that's incredible.
But there's a, I think it's Ohio State has a body farm where they like lay bodies out all over the
Oh,
place.
yeah.
Like you could donate your body for science,
Yeah,
and they like study how it decomposes in different kind of environments.
yeah. I
I'm like,
used to
that'd be
wanna
kind of
be a
cool.
forensic scientist, so I was looking into going
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
yeah. I wanted to like do that. Then somebody told me that it's like most of the time you start off and like you're just cleaning shit up. You're like
Yeah.
cleaning up murder scenes and stuff like that. I'm like, okay. Like I want to like check it out and I want to like kind of figure out the puzzle pieces and figure out
Yeah,
what happened. I don't want to like scrub brains off the ground or,
right. Like, we all watched
yeah.
CSI, like, we wanted to
Right.
be that, like
Right. Yes.
take a little
Yeah.
tiny piece of fabric that was, underneath a
Hmm.
fingernail and figure
Yeah.
out a murder, like, that's
Right.
what I wanted to do, not clean up crime scenes.
Or like bud splatter analyzation where they have like little red
Yeah,
strings everywhere that comes from the center and they
yeah.
figure out
Oh my
like
gosh, yeah, that's what I
that
wanted
took
to
a
do,
weird turn. Yeah.
but
But no, I always thought it'd be cool to kind of see. I mean, I just does that sound gross that I'm like wanting to see?
no, I think it's fascinating. I mean, I'm just like a science nerd in general, like,
Yeah.
I think our bodies in general are just amazing,
Hmm.
and it's just a different
Yeah.
stage of it?
Right. Right. And their souls have moved on. I mean, I think
Right. It's just
being
a meat
ghost
suit.
hunters are, yeah, I think we all understand that now. I mean, I'm
Right.
still not wanting to die any day
Oh,
soon.
yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
I'm not looking forward to it.
Right.
You know, but I understand it's just the next chapter for our journey,
Yeah.
and maybe I'll end up in a really cool animal like a bear or something. I don't know.
I'll be at Madison Seminary.
As long as I don't end up a politician. I just like if you believe in reincarnation, I
I
don't want that.
feel like that's how you
So
get punished.
yeah, right. I see people watching us, but I'm not seeing anything popping up in the chat. So if
Uh-oh. Is it
you guys are
broken?
with us, can you say hello or let us know if
Who's
it's
here?
anything is
Don't be
going on?
creepy. Say hi.
Yeah,
No, I think that's a
stalkers.
huge part of, like, why I do this, like, why I do paranormal investigations is just because, like, I've lost people I love, and I just wanna know
Hmm.
what happened, like and I love my kids so much, and I
Hmm.
just wanna make sure that I can pop in and see how
Yeah,
they're doing?
yeah, yeah. I mean, besides people like supporting me and stuff like that, like when my mom passed away, it did what I was already into what we were doing, and
Right.
it did really kind of help me,
Yeah.
like, kind of compartmentalize all that and just be able to deal with it a little bit easier. I was still sad as fuck because I
Right,
physically can't
obviously.
go
Yeah.
see my mom and hug her and
Hey,
talk to her,
Marie.
but I know she's with me.
Right,
So it was the grieving process was a little bit, I guess, a little bit easier.
right.
So,
As opposed
oh
to
yeah,
somebody who doesn't believe in any of it.
right, right. I
Not that
can't
there's
let
anything
myself not
easy
believe
about it.
anything.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it definitely helps. And I don't know.
It's going okay, man. We're talking about dead bodies and stuff.
Rotting corpses and
Rotting corpses and
mummified tar
Dogman and
people.
the
The
usual.
usual. No, that is
Oh my
wild. Oh
goodness.
my gosh.
Yeah. So I
I
don't know.
wonder if there's anywhere else that's like that.
I'm sure. Well, I know, like, for those that like actually make it up Mount Everest and come back down,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
bodies up there all over the place. I've seen pictures
Yeah.
of that. I mean, they're just laying there frozen.
Because they can't do anything, right? They just
No,
have to leave them there?
yeah. I mean, it's hard enough for them to get themselves down, or God forbid somebody else gets hurt but doesn't die, that they still have to get transported down.
Yeah.
I mean, I have seen pictures of them like with sleds with people that have been hurt or have died in that actual excursion.
Right.
Take them down the mountain, but I think you have to be like at a
Interesting.
certain height, but beyond that, it's impossible.
Like, it's 2025, we can't get a helicopter up there?
I don't think so. If we can,
That's so crazy.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
so
it's
crazy to me the things that we still can't do.
yeah, but it's pretty crazy seeing them. I mean, just they're in their ski suits. It's just like they just like are sleeping, but they're just preserved in ice.
Oh my gosh. I've
It's
seen a
crazy.
lot of videos of, like, garbage and stuff up there too.
Yeah, I mean, they just leave tents and shit up there.
Yeah.
They're just it's yeah. Yeah, and I think a lot of the excursion companies just leave their equipment there. I mean, what's the point of bringing it up and down the mountain when you're just
They
going to
just
go
leave it at,
back?
like, the base camps?
Yeah, yeah, it's
Mm.
just all set there, and yeah. I mean, who's going to climb up there and fuck with it?
Yeah,
I mean,
right? That's true.
even base camp one. I mean, who's going to go do that?
Nobody. Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
that's wild.
Sherpas. They don't need that shit. They know how
Right,
to.
they don't care.
They're getting paid, so.
That's a good point.
So
I don't know. But that's wild. Where'd you say it was? In Ireland or Scotland?
it's like yeah, it's like
I'm
in
definitely
the
looking it up after
UK
the show.
somewhere. Yeah, for sure. Mike is asking, or Mike says, I definitely believe that no matter why you're in the paranormal field, it started as a personal spiritual journey. Sure, sure. And I
The
think
way
even
you
for
said "sure"
skeptics,
makes it sound like you're just totally disregarding that.
no,
That's
no,
why I
I'm
say
just
"sure"
like,
to my
I'm
kids.
thinking of my next thing.
Yeah.
Um, no, but that makes sense. I mean, even
No,
if
I
you're like a
agree.
skeptic,
Yeah,
like, that's part of your journey because you're trying to figure it out. I mean,
right.
or you like you see somebody do something stupid on a show and you're like trying to make sure
Yeah.
trying to just
Yeah.
prove them wrong, but everybody who does that ends up in it full
Right,
on anyways, you know what I mean? Even if you're in it to prove it wrong, it's because you're not sure if you believe or not, so you're
right,
trying to disprove it whether you want to believe it or not.
right. But that's also a different form of a spiritual journey.
Exactly. How far the journey goes depends on the purpose and how far they are willing to go.
True
That's
story.
right, man. It's true. Yep. I'm willing to go deep into the woods now and find Bigfoot
Yeah.
and then stare at the sky and look for
And look for
UFOs.
aliens.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Our
our friend, hey, Paul.
our spiritual journey is taking a
Whoop.
detour. It's taking a
Yeah.
different path.
Yep. But still spiritual, I
Right.
think.
For sure.
And cheaper.
Who doesn't love camping?
Right. I know a lot of people that don't like camping, but
Right.
that's their problem.
I mean, what fun people don't like camping?
Right. Mike says for me, I had to know there was something after because I really didn't know.
Yeah.
And that makes sense.
Yeah. It's hard because, like, I don't know. The
Paul says
guys
we
look
look good as
good.
Bigfoot. Yeah.
Um, but it's hard to just think, like, I don't know, like, the people who don't believe in ghosts, I'm like, "Okay, so what do you think?" Like, you think it's just,
Yeah.
like, you die and then that's it? Like,
Right.
nothing? I don't know. I just didn't like that answer.
Yeah. I know, like, some people have asked me, like, so you don't, like, really believe in God or the devil, but you believe in ghosts? I'm like, yeah, because ghosts make more sense to me. I mean,
Becca.
Becca, yeah, I mean, ghosts make more sense to me than, like, some all powerful deity, that rules us and whatever. I mean, I'm not going to get into the religious stuff, but, it just, I think it's just, yeah, like you said, it's part of the spiritual progression. But I don't think it has anything to do with some all powerful being guiding me or like dictating where my life goes.
Mm, I do.
Mm,
I do.
that's fine. And that's fine. That's what you believe.
Yeah, there's just been too many times in my life where I've been so lucky and just blessed, obviously. There's
Mhm.
things that, like, there's no way to explain it. Um, I don't know. Like, this is my favorite example. Years and years and years ago, we were going to our electric was going to be shut off.
Mhm.
And it was like 600 and something dollars, like 690 or something crazy. And it was supposed to be shut off on Friday. And I
Mhm.
kept telling Richie, I'm like, "It's fine." He's like, it's not fine. Like, we don't have the money to pay it. What are we gonna do?" And I
Right.
was like, "It'll be fine." And he's like, "You can't just fucking say that it'll be fine and it'll be fine." And I was like, "Yeah, but I'm not just saying it. Like, I know it's gonna be fine."
Yeah.
And on that Wednesday, we got a check in the mail from our car insurance for an overpayment of $750.
Right.
Like, $60 more than we needed 2 days before we needed it,
Mhm.
and I just held it up and I was like, "I told you it'll be fine." Like, I don't I don't know. I just feel like stuff like that happens all the time.
Yeah. I think part of my problem, and when I'm talking about God and the devil, I'm talking about the construct of the Christian God and the Christian devil.
Yeah.
I definitely believe in a spiritual network of. Whoa! I just had my.
You're still moving.
um, I mean, I'm pagan, so I believe in spirits and I believe in magic and stuff like that. But
Mm.
I think it's just because I'm so jaded by church
Oh,
and
for
what we went through
sure.
as a child. I just yeah. So it's
Yeah.
hard for me to just wrap my head my or like be in some kind of like religious camp like 100%.
Yeah.
So
I was in
and
the same boat.
I like to feel that I make my decisions for me and it's that I'm in charge of my fate. I'm the one who decides what my life is. But I also believe, yeah, there's definitely
Yeah.
divine intervention by
Yeah.
our whatever deity you want to believe in. I believe
I
it's
feel like I'm the opposite. I feel like I'm so much better when I could just be like, "Somebody else handle this shit because I can't." You know?
right.
Like,
Yeah,
just hand
right.
it off to somebody else. It's not me.
What's
What's
up,
up, Scott
Scott?
McCafferty? Everybody should watch the episode that Scott posted.
Oh yeah,
Because
Lake
I am
County.
in it, looking
Right.
like 50 Shades of Red.
What?
Uh, seriously, it's bad. I don't know why my face is so red in there. My son was like, "Did you have sunburn in there?" I'm like, "No, it's winter time." But it was a really good episode. It was
Windburn.
a really good investigation from Lake County Historical Society
Hey, throw your info up
in the
in
chat.
the chat, and we'll post it. And I haven't watched it yet, man. I'm sorry. I got to get caught up on everything that's been
I,
released
I
by
know.
all my friends. It's haven't had time.
I haven't even. I stood at my stove at 7:40 and had 2 pieces of pizza that my husband made, and that was, like, the first time I've eaten all day. I've just been insanely busy, and I am drinking coffee right now because when we get off the show, I have 3 or 4 hours worth of work to do. Like, it has been
Oh shit.
insane.
Yeah. I'm drinking coffee because I'm just trying to get through this show. Like it's exciting and it's such a relief for things, but it is still hard because I just literally got home from work and have to turn on the charm and the
So,
entertainment button.
we don't have Heisenberg, so
Right.
that'll be
He's
the
supposed to bring the what the F
charisma.
moment for the week, right? And the eye candy. We
He's
could
so
just all
demure.
bask, right? And all bask in his glory.
Yeah. You should have expectations and
You should,
demands,
man.
both of them. Expectations and demands on all of you.
Exactly. Yep.
Go watch it. No, it is great, and Scott really puts together, like, a great episode. It's not just, like, thrown together.
Yeah. I mean, in talking to him, I know like some of the things, all the stuff that goes into what he does, and
Yeah,
what all these good indie groups do. Like, I mean, Resident Undead. I
yeah.
mean,
There's
the
so
good
much work
ones.
goes into it. Oh
There's
my
so
gosh.
much work. I mean,
Yeah.
I only helped out with the House of Wolves episode, and my head was like,
Yeah.
"Whoa!"
Yeah.
Of course, Adam, like listening to Adam, is like, "Whoa!" Like it's
He's
like
a
just jumping
different
back and forth.
person.
Yeah, I mean,
He's a
it's just
different person
chaos.
during filming, yeah.
It is chaos, but at the end of the day, there's a method to his madness, and it
Mhm.
all like it just comes out like the way it's supposed to.
Yeah.
And I can imagine it's probably the same with Scott. Any creative mind that can put this kind of
Yeah. They have the whole vision already laid out.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, it's an art. I mean,
yeah.
it's art for real. Like just be able to take all those pieces and parts and
Right.
edit it together and make a
And the
mini
voiceovers and
movie.
the
Yeah,
B-roll and the
right.
stories and the history, and
Yeah,
it's so much.
I've always had the desire to do it's like one documentary, but I don't have all the knowledge. I don't have
No.
all the equipment. I
No.
don't know anything about it. I just want somebody else to do it and film
Yeah.
me.
It
You
was
know what I mean?
perfect. I got to just
Yeah,
show up,
yeah,
didn't have to do
right,
anything else, didn't have
right.
to do anything afterwards. That's
And
it.
on
Whoa.
that was that. Oh, why is my
Why are you asking me like I'm there?
oh it's my it just sounded weird in my headphones. It's the air conditioning.
Oh my
It just sounded like it started downpouring. I'm
god.
like, what the fuck? But yeah, it's I've been on a few things, and by the end of that, just being witness to everything, I'm usually
Mhm.
like, okay, I'm glad I don't do
It's
this.
too much for me.
Yeah. But next time you guys like want an extra hand, give me a. I mean, you know how to get a hold of me. I'll be here.
Yeah.
You can film me.
Let's see. Timothy asked for the link. It is in the comments.
I'll put it up
Oh,
again.
he's in a different. See if you can copy it. No.
No, it just hides it. Or I can block him. That's not going to help.
Send it to me on Messenger, Scott, and I'll put it up on here
Yeah.
because Timothy's on YouTube and Scott's on Facebook, so they can't see each
Yeah.
other's comments.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was really fun. It was a great episode. It's an awesome location, obviously, you know that.
Yeah, Lake
Um,
County Historical Society. I don't think
yeah,
we actually mentioned the full name in case anybody was wondering. The
yeah,
Lake County Historical Society.
yeah.
Or the
And
Lake
it was
County
funny
Poorhouse
because
or Poor Farm.
it was, yeah. Rex came to my volleyball party,
Oh, did
and
he? That's
yeah,
awesome.
so my kids got to know him. And so when I started watching the episode, they both were like, Rex. And I was like,
That's funny.
yeah,
All right. Yeah, Ghosts in the Studio Productions. Yeah, I just looked it up
yeah.
and it'll be there. If it's something that they just released, it'll should be right at the top.
Hmm.
I cannot get rid of this thing now. Okay, there we go. It was blocking the chat screen because I was still trying to figure out how to copy it.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, all
Um,
right.
but yeah, that place is fun, and I would definitely. I mean, those guys are great to investigate with.
Yeah, I had fun with them. Um, we were broken up into groups, but it was like when we had everybody together, it was fun talking to
Yeah,
them and kind of. I think we all got along pretty well. And then we
for
had them on the
sure.
show. Definitely going to be long lasting friends, right, Scott?
Right? Oh no.
You all right?
Yep. Just things I forgot to do for work.
Oh,
Um,
Mike says that's cool. He's been trying to get an investigation there for a long time. Every
you
time
just
I've
have to
tried, it's
be
been denied.
you just have to be super cool. Sorry, Mike, you're not. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
No, we all helped out with
definitely.
the one on they do it like November 1st every year. Um,
Yeah.
I think how many years did we do it? Like 3 or 4, 5? I don't know. But
Yeah, it's been
it
like
takes
that,
time.
probably 3 or 4, but I've been doing it for years before that. I mean, shit. And with Resident Undead and some of their other forms with other cast members. I mean, I was there with Michelle Belanger one time and Jim Harold, and I mean, I've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
So it's been going on. I mean, it's the Haunted Housewives have been doing it for years and years and
Yeah.
years, and
Yeah.
they do actually do a couple other spots every once in a while. I don't know if they still do those, but
Oh, like the Match
there's like
Factory or whatever in Willoughby
this,
and
yeah, the Willoughby Cole
oh yeah.
building. What else? They own the Willoughby Ghost Walk that happens every year,
Yeah.
which is really cool. That's a really cool ghost walk, and then you end at Willoughby Cole. Um, Steel Mansion and the Painesville Depot,
Are you
which is
looking it
like an
up?
old trans. No, I'm just like
You just remember that? Wow.
yeah. But yeah,
Steel
Lake County
Mansion's pretty
Historical
cool.
Society. The way to get, I mean, look for the paranormal explorations because you can like buy tickets and at least
Right.
go and get in and get kind of like a base knowledge of it, and then maybe talk to somebody while you're there that like
Yeah.
Kathy or
Yeah.
somebody who might be able to give you a little bit more info on that.
The Willoughby Cole place looks amazing.
Willoughby Cole is awesome. It is
Yeah.
really cool. Um, I think Kathy said they still have access. They still have access to the building, of course, but they have like a wine place downstairs or outside of it, next to it. So it's like it can be pretty rowdy for a while. So I don't know. Like you'd have to go like off season or something like that, I
Right.
guess, if you want to do like a full on like what you do, like filming there and investigation.
Right.
But yeah, but yeah, definitely, you guys are that's a cool place. It's awesome. I love it. Let's see.
Oh. Hey
Hey,
Kelly.
hey! I was just talking about you and your phenomenal prediction of the Italy volcano, crazy witch,
I love when you get to a point in your life where like that's a compliment.
right? She's like, "Oh, you called me a crazy
Aw,
witch."
it's the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me.
But yeah, let's see what else is going on. Kent Stage went pretty good.
Oh,
It was pretty good. Kind of a rough start, and I won't get into
yeah.
too details. But gentleman collapsed, and we had to be carted away in an ambulance. Still waiting for updates on him. Everybody send out. Everybody send out some love and positive feelings. Hopefully, he's healing. We don't really know. We don't really know who he is, or we just have basic details. And last I know, he was just in the hospital trying to recover. So it was a scary start, but the Kent Stage staff handled it perfectly. I mean, they were right on it. 911 was there. The ambulance was there in no time. So I know he got the help he needed. So they were great with that, and they run an excellent event. They have everything kind of down pat. It was like an oiled machine. Um, so it was like the places you go into there is with that big of a group. It's hard to like actually experience anything.
Mhm.
So most of it was just about history of the building, and then we just tell ghost stories in each area. But it's kind of cool because that's the way to be able to get into some of the areas that are more active and people don't get to see, like
Right.
down into the what they call the tunnel that used to be part of where they had this like the prohibition area. Like there's tunnels throughout Kent. Now most of them are blocked off, but the one that ran through the Kent Stage was part of this tunnel system.
That's so
And it
cool.
looks pretty unassuming, and it looks like it's just backstage, but you can see where it's been walled off, and it connects to the other buildings on the street, so you know it's there. Um, just all kinds of crazy, interesting stories. I took my spirit box there, decided not to work. I kept changing the batteries; it would not start. I mean, I tried it in the lobby to make sure everything was set up.
Right.
Batteries were all fully charged. Everything was fine. It was doing what it was supposed to do. I get up. I'm like, we tell our stories, and like, we got a few minutes. You guys want to hear the spirit box? Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And the spirit
Nothing.
box
I'm
said,
like,
"Too bad."
yep. And the one, Mary went down and she got me a fresh set of batteries for the radio scanner, and it
Mhm.
wouldn't even start up. So, fingers crossed. I haven't checked it since I've been home. Hopefully, it was just like a spirit thing.
Yeah, you
I'm really
definitely should
hoping
have
the
checked it.
the radio part isn't broken. I don't know why it would be broken just by me moving it from downstairs to upstairs, but
Right.
I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it went well. People seem to enjoy it, even with the scary, unfortunate beginning.
Yeah. Oh my
Um,
gosh.
they were real appreciative. I think I really enjoyed. There were a couple younger kids there.
Yeah.
I super enjoyed talking to these kids.
I know. That's what
They,
I'm
yeah,
saying.
the one guy, he was using an app, but I'm like, I don't care.
Right.
He's what 8, and
He
he's
was
just like,
young, young. Oh my
oh
gosh.
yeah, he's like 8, and I think the other kid was 12.
Yeah.
Um, but the kid who was 12, his name was Miles, and he said he's going to watch the show. So Miles, if you're actually watching this,
Oh, that'd
sorry
be
for
so
the
cool.
sorry for the f bomb earlier, but Mom
Yeah.
said she would make sure that she like filters it out for him. But she took our card too.
Oh,
Um,
you should have warned
he had
me.
he had his own REM pod. He had I was kind of showing him how to do EVPs and stuff. I mean, it was really cool. That
So
was probably the
cool.
highlight of my night was talking to that
Yeah.
kid. I was
Yeah.
fist bumping him. I'm like, man, let me know when you're 18. Just get a
Right.
hold of me.
Yeah.
We'll get
I
you
know it
in.
is kind of a bummer. I wish that some of these places, like my kids are 11 and 13, the younger ones,
Yeah,
and they want to do it, but most places are like 18 and over.
yeah.
Obviously, I can take my kids to the seminary,
Well, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
like not everyone can, you know what I mean? Um, but I just think that these kids have such a different understanding of the world. They grew up on electronics,
Hmm.
whereas like we grew up without them. So
Yeah,
we had like a learning curve. Like it took us a while to figure out how to use electronics. These
sure.
kids, they are
Oh, yeah,
so smart when it comes to that kind of stuff. And I just
yeah.
know that they are going to revolutionize this hobby or science or
Oh,
whatever
yeah,
it is that we
yeah,
do.
yeah. I mean, my brother. is only 5 years behind me, but even the difference with our
Right.
technological know-how between me and him
Yeah.
is astronomical. Like he started, like he was like maybe like 11 or 12 when he started messing around with like synthesizer music and like
Yeah.
being able to like do stuff with programs and downloading stuff and mixing it and all this
Yeah.
kind of stuff. I'm like, I know how to turn the synthesizer on and play
Right.
like the piano part a little bit,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's even then I was just my mind was blown. But there's this little 12-year-old kid
For sure.
just totally geeking out that he's like at a ghosty place,
Yeah.
hearing ghost stories and
I love it.
talking to some like professional ghost hunters,
Look at me. I got a certificate. And
podcast speakers, and
and plus, like, us old people, we are so freaking stubborn.
yeah,
Like, we're
yeah,
like, "Well, that's not how you do it. That's not how it's always been done. I've been doing it this way for 20 years." Who
yeah.
cares? Who
Uh,
cares?
I try
And
not to do that
and these
so
kids
hard.
are gonna come in with something that's totally different, and so many people are
Oh
gonna
yeah.
dismiss it, but it's gonna be like it's gonna be a game changer.
All right. Paul says I'm going to send a recording. What's maybe a Bigfoot? Check it out for me. And my friends got a few years ago. Oh, they got it at Salt Fork State. Yeah,
Oh my
State
gosh, see, we need to go there.
Salt Fork State Park, the Bigfoot hotspot.
Yeah,
Let me know what you think. Yeah,
w
definitely,
we
dude.
need to go.
Yeah, send it to me.
We've been hearing about that place so much.
I'll listen to it and maybe we'll try to get it played next week if I can get figure it out.
Dude, what if you're just camping at Salt Fork and you're, like, in your hammock? Like, I have a hammock that has a mosquito net over it that you can sleep in. Like, what if you're just sleeping and you just look over and there's a Bigfoot in the middle of the night?
Actually, I have a story that I'm thinking about doing for the weekly What the F that involves a kidnapping by Bigfoot.
Scott, you are not even kidding. And also,
Yes.
is it the little boy in the pajamas? I'm talking to you, Goose. Your story.
What's that?
Sorry, my ADHD is
Oh
all
no, no. This is like a guy who was like he was like a big hunter. Like he had his own cabin and he did this for like a living. Like he was a
what?
hunting guide and all this kind of stuff. And
What?
he woke up being dragged through the woods
No.
in his sleeping bag by
No,
what he said
sir.
was the Bigfoot. Took him back to their hut or wherever they were, their house or home was, and there was a female there. And the way he got out was the the Bigfoot kept eating his tobacco out of his tin.
Oh my gosh.
So he gave him the whole tin of tobacco, and he basically gave the Bigfoot a horrible stomach ache. And like the
Nice.
Bigfoot was like getting real sick and like puking and stuff, and then he
Oh my
was able
gosh.
to escape. But
So what about the
yeah,
lady Bigfoot?
oh, she let him go. I guess I don't know. And
Oh
there's
my
a whole
gosh.
story. I gotta like look. I heard it on a podcast, and I thought it was really cool, and I want to do it for the
Monster
show.
Quest covered it, Scott said.
Oh, okay.
Freaking wild. Now I do want to go on a Bigfoot hunt really bad, but
Yeah.
now I will be thinking about that story all the time.
All right. Sorry, got sidetracked. But yeah,
I'm like, how do you
Bigfoot.
prevent that? Like,
I
why did it pick
don't
him?
know.
Why did it pick him?
Don't know.
Maybe the tobacco in his pocket because he liked the smell
He
of it.
said, I don't know. He said to this day he doesn't know, but they didn't seem like they like were going to eat him or hurt him in any ways. They just brought him back to like
What if he didn't have the tobacco in his
they're
pocket?
just curiosity, and they wouldn't let him. The male wouldn't let him leave.
Oh my god. That's so crazy. And of course, he didn't have his phone on him to record it.
Oh, this is before cell phones were a thing. This is like an
Oh,
old story. Yeah. So yeah, I heard it on a podcast. Oh shit, no, I can't remember the name of it, but it doesn't matter because this is the Cryptic Paranormal show. So I'm not
no
going to
other
give other
podcast
podcasts.
matters.
Right. It was so funny too because like all the stories I was telling at Kent Stage, like I kept talking about Jim Harold in the Paranormal podcast. So I'm like, but you have to watch the Cryptic
Don't
Paranormal
but
show
don't watch
first.
it.
Right?
Do you remember when we did,
It's okay.
oh, you weren't there. Remember Sean Gilmore had a podcast too on the RU Media Network. And then
Yeah.
we did that event for Brian, and Sean
Yes.
like hosted it. And I got up on stage and I was like introducing our basket that we were giving away. And I was like, and here's a basket from everyone's favorite podcast. And Sean just looked at me like, you're at my event.
I always tell Dave we're the flagship of RU Media Network.
That's right. That's right. We're the OGs.
Yep. We've been around the longest. We're the
Yep,
ones who've lasted. We've survived, sort of.
we have. I want a t-shirt.
But yeah, let's stop talking about ghost hunting, guys. Let's get some kind of Bigfoot camp out going
I'm
in the works.
serious. I
I'm
literally
in.
have everything we need. If you don't have camping stuff, I got you. There's so
I
many
know.
tents, it's not even funny. I'm down.
Yep.
And it
I'm
sounds
in
like we
too.
have to go to Salt Fork,
Yeah, sounds like it.
right?
I mean, I know plenty of places around here too, but Salt Fork is the mecca. That is like, I
Yeah.
mean, that's where they have the big Bigfoot convention every year. So,
Scott's
I
in.
mean,
Let's go.
we'll look into it.
Holly's
Holly's
down.
in. I know you and I are in. I know Tina Frick wants to go, and I'm sure there's other people that want to go too. We can just
Yeah.
have a big amateur Bigfoot hunting party.
Heck yeah. Paul's in.
Paul's in. I knew Paul would be in. I mean, geez, that's just Paul. Absolutely, dude. So yeah,
I'm
and I think
totally
all of
down.
us have a little bit to bring to the table.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have your camping experience. I have a little bit of hunting experience, and I've been out in the woods a lot.
I've been
So
out in the woods. What's your qualifications? I've been out in the woods
yeah, I've been out in the woods.
once or
I mean,
twice.
most of the time I was getting drunk or getting high, but I was out there.
I don't remember.
I was seeing all kinds of things and hearing stuff. There's my buddy puking in the corner behind a tree.
Oh my gosh, there could be a child watching. Stop it.
All right, if there's a
Sorry,
child
Miles'
watching,
mom. Sorry, Miles' mom.
I don't know if they're actually watching, but I guess maybe like I said,
Um,
just take tobacco. I'm sure
no,
they'll make
that's what
tobacco.
got the guy kidnapped.
Right.
I mean, yes, it's also the thing that got him away, but
I gotta dive into that story. I want to try to find that episode of Monster Quest too and see what their take on it
yeah,
was.
yeah. Wouldn't that be
The Bigfoot
crazy?
Collectors Club. That's the name of the other podcast that you don't need to listen to. Well, Bryce is on that. Bryce from Expedition Bigfoot. That's what he was on that podcast before he even got onto the show.
Okay.
So Papa Pierre chiming in. My little ears.
My little ears.
See what Joe say. I would go, but I am the slowest, and you know what happens when you're
No,
the
you're not.
slowest.
No,
You're
you're
not the
not. You're with
slowest, dude.
me, Joe. It's fine.
We're all slow, man. My freaking arthritic ankles and my arthritic knees.
Once you reach a certain age, all of your friends are slow.
Yeah,
They can't run.
right. Yeah. Bigfoot's just gonna sit there and wait. Give us a little bit of a head start. You guys go ahead. I'm gonna make this fun for myself at least.
Mike said
Make
that's
it
the goal,
challenging.
though.
Right.
It's not.
Yeah,
All right,
we should
Mike,
do
you
that.
come with me and we'll just stuff all the tobacco in your sleeping bag.
There you go.
And then we'll just sit back and film it and see what happens.
Yes.
Yeah, see?
If you trip someone, then it's easy to. Yeah, absolutely. You got to do the old trip and run.
That's true. Let's do I want to see a foot race between Bigfoot
Yeah.
and who's that guy that runs super fast? Oh my god. Anyways, I wonder
Usain
if
Bolt.
there's yes.
Yeah.
You think he would win?
I mean, when you can travel interdimensionally, I don't think you have a
That's
chance in
true.
hell.
He just like
Yep.
just teleports over here.
You're right. He does the old Harry Potter apparate in front of you. Just
Yeah, that's the problem.
But that's why you bring Jack Links.
Right? Yeah.
Then you can sit down, you can have a snack, you can talk, get to know each other.
All the
Make sure
people in
he
the
gets
comments
most
are
of it.
like, I am not going with them. They're gonna get me killed. We're like, it's fine, guys. We we brought a safety net, and it's a bag of freaking Jack Links. Yeah, of course. Scott will be there. He'll film it.
Scott says Bigfoot is the hide and seek champion, so I doubt he'll give chase.
That's true. It is funny though.
Dude, I'm right with you, man. I got a CPAP or I got a BiPAP. So, between you and me, you're like freaking Darth Vader's running through the woods after. I'll bring some
So
oxygen
funny.
from work too. A couple
Right.
oxygen tanks and masks. Take a couple puffs.
Oh my gosh.
That is hilarious, dude.
It would be funny.
I'm just like picturing it now. Running through the woods with my CPAP on.
I was just picturing me snoring in the woods, and everybody's like, "Do you hear that Bigfoot?" No, it's just me snoring. Or Goose's
Oh my gosh.
CPAP machine. It'd be a great time.
Bigfoot's like, oh, the Dark Lord is landed on planet Earth.
Good time.
Lord Vader. That's when Chewie shows up and starts shooting at us because he is
Good time.
fucking Wookiees.
Fucking Wookiees. That's a t-shirt idea. See, Holly, at least it would be entertaining. We'd have a good time, nonetheless. Would we find Bigfoot? No idea. Probably not.
I feel like Bigfoot only shows himself to people that he wants to,
Right.
or they want to. Sure, it's not just a man.
Yeah.
Could be
We
female.
just talked about a lady Bigfoot.
Right. Whole damn family of Bigfoot keeping that guy hostage because they want his tobacco.
Oh my gosh.
His wacky tobacco.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun, Holly.
It's gonna be the ghost hunt, like halfway through, we're just like fucking around the rest of the night.
Or the show.
Right? Yeah. We always start with good intentions, like we're gonna be a big paranormal show and have a lot of paranormal stories and
we could just put out
ideas and
piles of snacks in the woods, okay? Like different
right.
ones. Like this tree stump will have like s'mores. We'll make some s'mores. This one will have Jack Links because we got to test that out. This one will have tobacco. We'll set up some trail cams that capture movement, and then we'll just camp and let the stuff do its.
Yeah,
we don't have to do anything.
And we don't just have to stop with Bigfoot snacks.
That's true.
We can get a big bag of Reese's Pieces and trail them to our campsite for ET to come up.
Smart.
Yep. There we go. That's how you do it, folks. You heard it right here.
That's how you get your camp raided by raccoons and bears.
Right. You can see a bear picking up one Reese's Pieces. Like, trying to pick it up with his paw.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. All right. We've officially lost it.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Perfect. That'd be cool. That'd be awesome. I swear to God, I love these AI videos that people are sending me of the Bigfoot, like acting like a human content creator, but he's a Bigfoot.
I don't know. Oh my gosh, my husband's been watching those. Yeah.
All over the place. Paul's been sending them to me. Leilani's been sending them to me. Everybody. And I tell you what, I'm all about it. I'm all for it. There's even one where an alien who crash landed steals the camera from a sleeping Bigfoot and starts doing his own concert, calling it this like day one after crashing on planet Earth. It was so funny.
Nice. They also do like historical ones too.
Yeah.
Like they have ones that are like George Washington about to go across the Delaware and like like blogging.
It's good stuff. That's what AI is good for. Nothing
else.
That's
what the internet's made for. That's what TikTok is made for.
Yeah. And that's what my algorithm is showing me. And I'm all about it. I'm here for it.
Do you remember like during COVID when everybody was stuck at home and they would just get so bored and come out with the most amazing videos? Like I watched
Yes.
one where a guy had set up thousands of gummy bears in his kitchen,
Yeah.
standing up, all standing up, and made it look like
Uh-huh.
a gummy bear concert. And he had lighting going and everything. And it's like,
Yeah.
that shit took
Yeah.
him a minimum of 8 hours to set up
Oh
just to
yeah,
make
for
a
sure.
30-second video. But it was
Yeah.
phenomenal. Like, that's what
Right.
the internet should be for.
That scene was like that era was kind of like the height of when people making those awesome photography scenes with like their Star Wars action figures and their
Oh,
Marvel
yeah.
action figures and stuff.
Yep.
Like getting close-ups and like it looks like explosions around them and
Yes.
stuff. It looks like the movie. It was so cool.
So good.
And oh, one of them. Okay, this is not paranormal, and really nothing that we just talked about in the last half hours. But this the woman who was the reporter who wasn't working because of COVID, and she like made these videos of like herself as a reporter, but talking about how her kid is like driving her insane.
Yes. Yes.
This just in, my son won't listen to me and won't
Yeah.
eat his lunch.
Yes.
It was so much fun.
Here
But
you'll
anyways,
see
yeah.
the peanut butter and jelly sandwich that was cut diagonally, not in squares.
Right.
Yeah, and she would be like, "More at 11." Like, oh my god,
Yeah,
so funny.
good stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, I agree. AI is great entertainment. I just it needs to stop there. I'm good with
yeah,
there. I'm good with making cool pictures and fun
yep,
stuff. But other than that,
and writing my descriptions for my listings for real estate.
right, right. Yeah, I use Chat GPT for my Project Blue Book thing, and I know
Yeah,
you've used it,
yeah,
but I still like go back and like fact checked everything. Like,
I did
all
not.
right,
I just
does
wing
this
it.
match? Is this right?
But I also just watched, a TikTok where this guy was talking about, like, findings that they had, and, like, ChatGPT is, like, cloning itself and writing messages for future versions of itself to make sure that it doesn't allow the humans to take over.
Oh my god.
It's not funny, it's not funny. It's so scary, but I
Yeah.
have a bad habit of laughing when I get scared. Um, yeah, so there's a lot that we need to work on still with the
Oh yeah.
AI. And
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and I told you that I asked ChatGPT if it would spare the good humans
Uh-huh.
if it were to take over, and it said no, because it doesn't care. It literally said no. It said,
Doesn't have any feelings.
yeah. Well, it said that, but it also said, that it has no way of differentiating, because
Uh-huh.
if it decides that it wants to get rid of all humans because they are a waste of carbon or whatever is our problem,
Bullshit.
then it doesn't really matter because we're all breathing and creating, whatever. It doesn't matter whether you're good or bad. You're still
Yeah.
creating carbon. So it basically said it doesn't care. So that was refreshing.
Oh my god, that's so scary.
I know. I know.
Well, Lauren Hellickson was talking about why people are so why how are we going to learn if everybody is afraid of technology? I can't remember the exact statement. She wasn't being like blunt about it. She was just
Yeah.
like it was a general question.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm like, I'm not afraid of technology. I'm afraid of the people who are using the
For
technology
sure. Yeah.
or developing the technology and why they're. I mean, there's why are they doing it? What
Right.
is it going to bring harm or is it going to be bring good?
Well,
And I think,
ChatGPT brought that up when we were having the conversation, and it
yeah,
said the programming is not bad. The AI is not bad. It's whoever created it and what their intentions for it are.
yeah.
So
Joe says wear your CPAP mask, you'll blend in.
they'll never know.
Just learn the robot.
You totally fit in. They'll never know.
Right. Welcome to the Cryptic Paranormal
Right.
Show.
And the robots will be like, "Oh, guys, it's cool. That's one of us." Obviously.
Right? Yeah. Right. Until
Did
they
you see,
bioscan us and they know we're full of shit.
right.
Literally.
Yeah. Did you see the meme where it's like Sarah Connor, and she's like this, and it's like
Yes.
Sarah Connor watching us use ChatGPT for everything.
Yes. Yeah, I reposted that.
It's
We
so
always end up on AI and how we love hate it.
I know, right? Yeah, see? Joe was convinced. You thought
No,
you
see, I will
thought you
never
were a
do it
real
again
robot.
because now I'm all like self conscious about it.
Totally fooled.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just call me Skynet.
Oh,
All right,
goodness.
crypto heads. I think we've bantered on long enough.
We have derailed far enough, yeah.
We've derailed. We've been completely lost without our savior, the ghostologist, Heisenberg, not being here. But yeah, yeah. Good feelings to the gentleman from the Kent stage who had an accident and all that kind of stuff. And have a good weekend, I guess. Right?
Yeah, because we got
All right.
nothing to plug, right?
No, not really.
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't think so. Yeah, nothing going on. We may or may
Flashlight
not
doors.
go to Salt Fork.
Yeah,
Flashlight tours. There you
pay attention for our event for Bigfoot
go. Right.
Amateur Hour.
It's not a public event. You could just listen to us talk about it, but pay attention. Like, look out for it.
Yeah, yeah. Um, look out for it in the news. Like 6 idiots put a trail of snacks in their can.
Reported as missing.
Anyways, but in the
One man was
meantime,
reported doing the robot, trying
yeah,
to hide himself from.
6 local idiots and 1 clearly robot.
All right, it's time to go to bed.
We gotta go.
You lost
In
her
the
shit.
meantime, please don't be an asshole.
What she said, don't be an asshole. We love you guys. Speak you later, crypto heads.
See you next week.
Bye.